Yo, 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 yo. Okay. Oh, that's weird. That dithering looks totally different on my screen than what I'm seeing in OBS. Welcome back. Yeah, let's go, nerds. I'm setting up a thumbnail. I just realized I have like Daisy AI art all over my YouTube channel. I need to like update that. But I also got the audio stuff working after the stream yesterday, which I can pull up. Okay. I also want to see if Claude is still connected to our MCP, which it is. Cool, that's all working. Is this the ultra basic music test? Oh, I don't have the rain. Oh shit, I don't know if I push my changes because apparently GitHub only allows 100 megabit files to be uploaded, and I had to do a whole thing because I accidentally committed it to my branch, and I had to run this git filter and like remove a hash from my entire commit history. So my audio is not found. Let me see if I push it even made it to Git. It's actually probably problematic if it... No, it didn't make it. Fuck. Okay, I gotta grab my laptop and do a push. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have to... trying to think how to do this. Actually, that audio file was not even big. I'm almost wondering if I should add audio to Git ignore and then like use like Dropbox or whatever folder syncing tech for assets. Maybe I fell asleep and didn't push my code. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, no, I didn't add any of this. Okay. All right, one moment, we'll have the code. There we go. I don't know if I'm gonna merge this yet. Let me just pull this branch down and we'll see what we got. It was kind of late when I was working on this. Okay. We are on the feature audio, so that should have reloaded. Let me run this again and see if it has. No, it's still not got the rain. Rain! There should be an asset folder. Yeah, it's right here. 10 megabyte. I think that's fine. I think it just can't be over 100 per. It doesn't even sound like rain. It's like a bass slap. I just changed it because that was what was coded in originally, and that was like a 250 megabit file. Okay. Why can't it find it? Restarting Godot. Uh-oh, we got an update. I ain't doing that today. Okay, I reset hard to the head of the origin. Oh, well, let's see, simple rain test. Oh, I heard it. Here, let me pause this lo-fi. You hear that? Oh, it's tied to the space gate. All right, so that audio track is working in this test. It's creating like that beep is just I actually didn't know that this was possible. So we create a sine wave tone audio stream generator new mix rate buffer length. So we're just creating, like if you saw it on a graph, it would be a little loopy, like a hump and a down and an up. Interesting. It's check. It doesn't. Okay. I think this is when the AI just didn't trust what I was doing, because that's all we need. Okay. That test is in there. I thought I cleaned up a bunch of these tests. problem we get when we have Claude vibe code for us is it keeps making new tests. Be like, oh, I see the issue. Hold on, let me make a really simple test. And then it's like, well, let me make an ultra super test. To me this is great that this is working here. What is audio? Okay. Sorry, I got a text message. Let's see. You know what? I say we just delete. What is audio bus diagnostic? Oh, this thing is cool. I didn't know this was a. I honestly don't know what this is. Is this where I can change my? I think I can change between the different types of. Oh my god, this is cool as hell. It's complicated too, it looks like. Okay, I am going to, actually, let's figure out what this is. Okay, what is... We got to remove all these test files. And I don't even know if this file is being used, and why is it in the root directory of... It's like in the root directory. All of this stuff is. I don't want any of this. There's a Godot audio bus configuration resource that defines the audio mixing architecture for your project. Here's what's being used for purposes of architecture. The file defines your project's audio bus structure using Godot's audio bus layout resource type. It establishes a specialized audio bus that route to the master bus. Yada, yada, yada. It integrates with your audio system GD. Okay. Systems audio core. Okay. I'm not seeing where it's referenced. Okay, I gotta open this up in VS Code. I want to see where it's referencing. I don't want to like chuck that because I think it's kind of cool and like something that we could use later. But I don't really know. This is my first ever attempt with Godot audio, so I don't know what's going on with it. I don't even think it's being used anywhere. Mystery solved. Is automatically loaded by Godot itself, not by your code. Godot is a built-in mechanism that automatically loads a specific file name from the project root when the project starts. So that would mean it would be here, which it is. But okay, I want to move this to like, trying to decide if I should make a global file where like globals go in. Or, I mean, event bus core, event bus manager is not global. So I feel like this should go into, oh, this is just calling the core audio system. Got it. Okay. I feel like that needs to get nested in the audio folder. Okay. Godot automatically loads by default. Godot creates a file called default bus layout trez, which contains just the master bus using audio buses. Okay, that's the link. Okay, oh, it's interesting that it links out to GitHub. Wait, is this going to my project? No, what is this? It's like a random find on the web. Okay. Wow, this actually follows our pattern on like our existing systems pattern pretty well. Although last night I was doing some research because we're using we're kind of using like a mediator pattern. It's sort of like for event signals. It's like a global signal bus, but it has some like filtering and sort of throttles certain things, and so it's not constant. It's not like polluting and being loud, I guess is the right term. On it's going to have to sort of get set up per component and what the components, like how performant the component needs to be, where like certain things can happen every frame while other things have to happen like the next tick or whatever. It's something we're going to have to refine later, but for now it's working. I'm thinking about looking into adopting a commander. I think it's called the command pattern for certain things, and trying to see how that would fit in with our system, because I was researching and that if this framework ever tried to be used multiplayer, it might not become the best pattern to use if there's multiple people firing events at the same time or whatever. There'd have to be like a timestamp associated with everything, which could get muddled down. I don't really know. I can't really speak to it. It's just I'm just vibing, and that's what the vibe code was telling me. Okay. This happens behind the scenes without any explicit code references needed. Your audio system's role, your audio system GD doesn't load the bus layout. Instead, it assumes and validates the bus is defined in the location already exists. The pattern follows a configuration over code pattern. Godot auto. Okay. Your audio system validates an expected bus existing and provides fallbacks if they don't. Why it must be named default bus layout trez. When moving from the root directory, all bus routing and associated effects are lost during playtesting unless the project settings are updated. Because Godot expects the specific file name and location by convention. So to answer your question directly, no file in your project explicitly references it. Godot's engine itself loads it automatically based on the file name and project setting configuration. Can we move this file to a better location? I don't like it on the root directory. Okay, cause we already went over this before. We had a rule where if it was a global and it was a config file, it would sit in this folder. I'll set up an audio folder. Is that man? Yeah. Or do I just put it? Yeah, let's put it in audio. Because this file doesn't reference audio. And then, okay, and then I think we have to, I'm a little bit, I wish this worked like a terminal window where I could just tab through. It would make life so much easier. What was it called? Default bus layout? Claude's really just telling me today instead of doing. I like this. Yeah, no, it knows me. Okay, okay, so then let's rename this. That's done. Project setting audio buses. Okay, project settings. Audio. Huh. It tracked that. It did. Cool. Okay. Now I'm deleting all the temp audio tests from the dedicated place for those tests. Oh, fuck. It's not following my pattern, I think. Can I see this doing this? Oh, top's not available in here? This is cool. Oh, this is cool. Alright, is Claude done? Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see what happened. Okay, completed audio test organization. Based it. Audio test, basic, diagnose, validation, comprehensive, weather. God, that's so many tests. Ooh, that's looking clean. I'm gonna commit this just so it's in my Git history. Actually, let's just test one and make it sure it's working. What is this test folder? Oh, you hear that rain sound? I heard that. Why is this called test mouse input? And what? Oh, that's comprehensive audio test. Okay, what is this all about? Get this in the same commit. I don't even know if this is being used, huh? I don't want this gone. Debug camera test loads component first person demo. Scenes, tests, component. What is it? This is scenes, test, component based. That's not a folder. How's that even? Oh, is it component? Okay. But this is like the controller file, like this is the pattern. Here, let me. I'll just rename this and just. Yeah, I think that's just sort of like a duplicate file that's not being used. Okay. So that whole folder is trash. I think. Let's do a comprehensive. Like, no. Yeah, dude. And then I'm gonna run, jeez, okay, I'm gonna run my audio. I'm gonna run this audio system test and see if there's errors now. I almost think I should add. What's this cube here? I think it was trying to test with a 3D object. So, God, I'm getting lost. I thought I just deleted those. Did I delete something else? Okay, so I'm gonna do diagnostic audio test. Okay. Basic audio test. Make a I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking it might be wise to have. Wait, what the fuck? Are they open? Is that what's going on? So is it working? But is it working? I heard it. What? Audio, is it this the one I wanted? Yeah. Okay. All right. This is reading. Okay. All right. I think that's good for commit. I3DFR, hello. BG music is a tad low. Okay. I cranked it all the way up. Or else I have to go turn my headphone there. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I have used Claude a lot as a code assistant, never done this yet where the whole structure is made by it. I actually, yesterday, on this machine, I have Claude Terminal on my Mac, but it doesn't work on Windows without like adding some Windows specific settings, which I heard burns through extra tokens, and it's not very oh, it's not, it's too, okay. Is that better? It's like 30% lower. I set up an MCP server which just reads my files using the desktop app, which I'm new to Claude, by the way. I have been using it for like a week. But if you download the desktop app, you can go into here into settings, developer, and then there's this config file right here that voice is also lower. Okay. I mean, I'm not using the best mic, so. Oh wait, I lowered my mic. That's what I did. Sorry. Hopefully that's better. Anyway, so I have this config for the desktop app, and I just basically point, you have to install this npm module, and then I give it the directory that I'm working in, so it has like a narrowed scope of reference. And then the other thing you can do is there's a project setting. Oh yeah, here. I have this like 3D framework stuff I'm working on, and I just put all the markdown files for like my docs in here. So it has all of my markdown docs, which is all on my GitHub page. I when I sort of plan out architecture, I start out with docs, and that even from like just sorting out like how the files are going to be sorted. And I use Claude to do that too, but I've actually been using, I give it like very specific instructions on the pattern or what I'm trying to do. And then I've also, the new thing I've been trying in the last couple of days is I changed the model to, I think it's called Opus. Like right here, I can change it to Opus, but I'm only using the Pro plan. So I can, interesting, has it been helpful so far, or are you just testing right now? So I mean, I'm like brand new to Godot. Like I've done I have a history. I was a web developer, full stack developer for years, and then I took a break, and I sort of have just JavaScript and Node and all of that I played with forever. And I just sort of lost interest in it, and I sort of fell off of programming. But I'm getting back into it, and I think Godot has been sort of, it's fun. It's like I'm trying to make a game, but then I messed around with some 2D stuff, and then I was like, yeah, I want to try some 3D stuff. And then, I don't know, there's so much going on in all of this, and to build my logic behind it is there's so much coding going on to just even getting like the basic framework up of a 3D game that it'll take me years. So I might as well try AI and, be like a prompt engineer to some degree, I guess is the right term. And so that's sort of what I've been focusing on now. And I try to make sure I have a understanding of the code base to a point. I mean, it does write a ton of code. So like, I'll review the PRs and stuff, but I sort of look at it as if I'm working with another developer that, I give them a task and I expect, I like Godot a lot, actually. I started with Pygame for a couple of weeks just to sort of get some like the thing I like about with Godot. I mean, I messed with Unity a little bit years ago, and I just think Godot just sort of opens. It's like it feels very lightweight, and I can use it on my laptop. I don't. I'm still learning. I've only been using it for a few weeks, so there's a lot to learn. But I'm starting to get an understanding of how nodes work, and I'm using like a global event bus that sort of with signals that sort of has different settings on prioritizing different events. But I have, I can run my. I'll show you what I have going on as like my test scene, which is and what's cool is Godot has like a headless version of it that Claude can interact with and like modify stuff in Godot without like actually like opening the full version of it. Yeah, I don't. My not like Unity to me was like I would open the app and I would follow a tutorial, and other than like I didn't understand like what was going on. I was just like following steps in a tutorial where like I'm starting to understand like beginning to understand like what Godot like how to like engineer things with it. Where Unity, I was like I have no idea what I'm doing. Um, and I started with this sort of like top-down Zelda-like thing with just some animated sprites and had some AI interactions, and I could kill the AI. The AI would sort of do a patrol, and then if the player crossed over um, a boundary, like a circle, it was it a collision circle? There was like a circle around the AI character, and if the player crossed over that, it would come right after him and sort of kamikaze explode. But let me open my scene. I have a demo scene that I'm working on. Yeah, but I mean, God, I've been leaning on AI to do like all of this stuff. After I set up like the initial pattern and read it, I mean, when I look at the code, I more or less understand it. And what I was saying is like, it's like if you worked with another developer and you're like, hey, go make this thing work. And they're like, okay, it's done. Here it is. And it works. Like, and you do a code review and there's nothing like glaringly wrong. I've been just sort of going with it. But I'm sure it'll bite me in the ass at some point. But it hasn't really. Like, nothing too bad. I've seen some like things that I question and we refactor, but it's nothing. It's pretty good, honestly. And I feel like it's only going to get better. So like at some point, oh, this is not. I have a weather system and let's see. I've been yesterday I worked on audio. Uh, let's see. First person, is that the one I just opened? I thought I had a. I can just show you the weather. There's one scene that has like everything all working together. This is a test weather scene. Oh, this is where I started. I was originally just going to keep this as like the whole project, and it's sort of like a sunrise. It's a lighting system based around the sun, and it like goes up and down, and the wind controls aren't working, but I can sort of change the position of the sun with 1 through 6 keys. So I have that. Is this the weather one? Some of these are just like unit tests that only test in the console. this one? I just refactored this. I just like dropped a bunch of tests. No, this is my 3D one. But I have a 3D one with weather. I mean, this is my players just like a capsule. A weather simulator? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have like a full flushed out like game in mind. I just sort of am playing around with. I wanted to see like actually what AI could help me with, and I just said I came up with a event bus architecture, and I was like, okay, can you make weather that works on the event bus? And so it just came. It wrote the whole thing. It was like rain, fog, and I think there's only like 3 states: rain, fog, and sun, right? And then it just sort of goes in and out with that and works with the sun rising, sun up stuff. And they all sort of like work independently, but can cross communicate with each other. I really wish I could find. Let me ask. Let's see. Let me ask Claude and see if they remember. Lighting. But I mean, the weather system is like just like a bunch of particles getting dropped out. They all look the same, but in the console, I know that it's changing like the state of weather, but I haven't. It's not. It doesn't look. It's not like, oh, there's that fog is unbelievably rendered. Comprehensive system. That's the one. Oh, it's in comprehensive. Yeah, I sort of, I play a ton of different kind of games, and I don't know. I've always dreamt of doing like something. I mean, DayZ is sort of like, DayZ obviously is like a huge game, but just sort of like third person survival something. I mean, I'm sure the scope is going to change. It's like every week I have a new idea. So originally I was going to do like a top down kind of like Zelda like thing. But I'm really just messing around. And I guess what I'm trying to do is build up like utility tools that I can sort of bring. I can bring the, where's my sun? I think this is my sun. Yeah, see how the sun is sort of setting right now? I'm basically trying to build like things I can move to other projects later, and then I'm just building my tool set to build projects, I guess is how I'm looking at it. It's like a 3D framework. But yeah, so I'm sort of, I don't know, it's like coming together too quickly in a lot of ways where I have to, a lot of code. And at some point, I'm going to just sort of scale it back and just like, all right, I'm building this thing out myself with the different tools that the AI and I have built together. Is how I look at it, I guess. I don't know. Like I can change the speed of the day. And like up in the top left, I have an FPS counter, and it's sort of hiding some of the other settings that it's showing. Yeah, you're doing the same thing right now. That's cool. Yeah, I honestly I can't believe how good Claude is. And like what I'll show you what I like most recently did. So I use the what I do is when I'm like at the end of the night, I'll change to Opus because it crunches like I get whatever 300,000 or 400,000 tokens every 5 hours. So I'll have it do like a deep dive on like an architecture, like not actually writing code, but like writing out like the architecture. on how things could come, like how we should build out the architecture. And like, let's see, I'm trying to think of the last one we did. It was, oh, here we go. It's like a shoot, like how, if I don't have any guns or anything yet, but I was just trying to figure out like if we use guns, how would they work? And it created this whole file system on ballistic systems, a calculator, projectile physics, damage calculator, tracer bullets, a lot of stuff, and then these are like would be like each different caliber of bullet, and then how the environment would work with bullets, the different kinds of guns, on and on. And then I said, build this out in such a way that I want Claude Sonnet 4 to be able to create the system. And I was like, this is too much. It's too early to add all of this into the system. But it sort of created like a scaffolding for the other AI to use. I'm pretty sure that they can work together pretty well. I don't really know. I'm learning, but that's what I've read. But anyway, yeah, I've basically vibed out like this whole scene so far. Like I didn't place any cubes or anything. The AI just did all of that. Let's see if I can change the weather. Yeah, this is the weather. It's kind of hard to see. It's not, doesn't look anything at all like weather, but I can see like that little blue flickering stuff. But in my console, it'll, if I pause this, it should, did that pause? Like it's showing like the sun constantly changing positions. There's a lot of output on the console. So anyway, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Oh, there's my light rain effect. Oh yeah, so Godot. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I feel like I need to like pause some of this stuff and like go like my problem with a lot of coding is I'll read it and I'll understand it, and then like a week later I forget how it all worked. So I don't know. There's like a fine line of knowing it, and then like I don't. If I used to work on a team with like 50 developers, and you just sort of had to trust that the tests are working and that everything was tested and should be working as expected. And then, I mean, I've never worked with someone that like opened up another developer's code and didn't try to rewrite most of it themselves. So yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, but all the code it's been writing, it seems straightforward to me. And I don't mind writing the code, but there's no way I would have written all of this stuff myself. So I have like, I'm also using like shared components for composition. And so I have like I have an event bus, which is, let's see. So I have different, let's see, I recommend you try working on Daisy clone, and honestly, you'll learn a lot from it. I'm already at like my 5th version of my template. Totally. Yeah, I'm sort of like, the one thing I don't think I'm going to attempt right now at all, although actually I started reading up on it, is doing like a multiplayer thing. But I was just curious last night, and I was reading, and like, I don't think my pattern works very well with multiplayer. So like the commander pattern, I guess, is better for something like that. Totally. Working on something you're interested in totally helps a lot. Yeah. 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 I watch other streamers, and there's a lot of cool projects out there. I'm just sort of like, this is what I'm into right now, and maybe I'll do a 2D thing later and try to code the whole thing myself. But just getting my hands dirty a little bit is helping, and AI is here to stay. So it's going to be interesting to see what like an engineer becomes in a few years, honestly. But so yeah, that's what I got going on. But yeah, so anyway, so I have these systems. So I have an audio system, which is I just started working on yesterday. This is my event bus. So I have like uh, I have my core event bus, and then uh, I have all these other buses that sort of they keep to themselves unless there's a reason they need to cross communicate, which they can. But I don't know. Based on my research, it was like I can change how often things are fired on the bus, so it can help with performance. Like certain things have to happen immediately, while other things can wait till the next frame. And then yeah, I have components I have a state machine for. I don't think I have it working on any of my stuff right now. I have the first thing I made was. Where's the first scene I made? Yeah, I have this like. Uh-oh. I might have just broken it. I just deleted a ton of extra tests, and I wonder if I just deleted this. Combat system test. Okay. It's combat. All right, let me see if that'll fix it. I might have broken this. Oh, it's not the right scene. Oh, wait. This is not... Sorry, I just refactored all this like as you joined. Is it the health system? Yes. Okay, this is like where I started, and this is using my combat components through the event bus, and like it's just saying that there's an entity with 100 health, and then it'll take damage, it can heal, it can take heavy damage, and the self attack is just only on the combat bus versus like the combat component versus the health component, and then this sort of is like logging out what's happening. That's where this whole thing started. And then I started doing the sunrise, sunup, just trying to get some lighting going. But I thought this was a cool way. I don't know, this reminds me of like web development a lot, just sort of testing every component, make sure it's working. I'd recommend you try working on a Daisy. Okay, I said that. Working on something you're interested in helps a lot. Audio stuff is always a pain in the rear, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I just learned about this audio bus. I don't know if that opened it, but yeah. The biggest pain in the ass is because I have multiple machines. I forgot that GitHub has like 100 megabit upload limit on a file, and I accidentally committed it locally, and I had to like I had to like filter out a commit from Git, which is kind of a pain. But yeah, it does seem like that's why I'm trying to come up with a pattern and have like have something like established, because I'd rather go about this route, and then instead of just like starting small and then like constantly running into walls where I have to come up with a bigger solution, I'm just sort of doing it from the top down, I guess. But yeah, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, I'm working on my this is all the I just deleted a ton of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna. All right, so those audio tests, all the other temporary tests. That's the one thing is like Claude, it like doesn't trust you. Like you'll give it input and be like, oh, the user says this, but let me try this. And I see this test file, but it's not working. So let me make this test file here. And all of a sudden you have like 3 different test files that are like basically the same thing. But Claude does take like a Claude dot markdown file or a JSON file. I think it's a markdown file. And you can like, it uses that as like a rule set on what it should be doing, I believe. There's a CSS project. I'm trying to remember the name of the project. It's where the guy, like all the CSS code is written in line instead of like external file sheets. And the project maintainer was on this podcast and he was talking about how he now uses Claude to do a lot of his like tasks that he knows how all the code works and he's too lazy to spend the time doing it, and it just takes care of it for him. But he'll set like, he's like, I don't like margin bottom on my input fields. I like margin top, and so he like put a rule set in for it to only use margin top instead of margin bottom in certain cases. So it's pretty cool. Okay, that's pushed. Okay, that's a file for the audio systems that we were messing with earlier. What was that? Test basic. Rain no loop. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was a bad path. That's working cool. Yeah, like Claude didn't trust me on where I told it the audio file was, so it changed all the different formats and just guessed on potential other similar folders, which didn't even exist. It was funny. All right. What is the pull request button down here? Why can't I make a PR? You're like my first person I've ever had in chat, so you're intimidating me a little. Oh, why is the PR not opening? All right, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'll try to do a couple hours a few times a week is sort of what I've been doing. But have a good night. Oh, it's an entirely different commit history because of that audio file. That's what's going on. What? That's totally what's going on. It's having an issue with my audio feature code since I removed a file and all of its history since it was too large. Now I need to force the changes from the feature branch to main, but the histories don't match. Yeah, I think option 1 is the cleanest too. I'm gonna do that. Come on, man. What if I diff it against main? Okay. Clear. Alright, get push origin feature audio. I'm gonna force that. What the? It's saying there is no diff with remote feature branch after I did option 1 locally. Yeah, I did this. I did this. That's what I did. I'm just gonna push this and see if it pushes. Bro. I know what I'm gonna do. I want my feature branch to force overwrite my main branch on my local. Ooh. Yeah, that works. 9 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, that would work. So let me switch to main. Is that what it said? I'm pretty sure it said. Yeah. Check out main. Oh. Oh man, my get. Oh shit, what did I just. Just step away for a second. Why is it? Okay, I'm on main. Reset hard feature audio. Yep. Be right back. I'm back. Okay. Let me double check everything's cool and copacetic. Um, yes, 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 yes. I think we're good. Do this comprehensive audio test. Uh-oh. I think the AI screwed up when it refactored. Oh, there goes Godot. Shit. God, I thought my computer crashed because the music went out too. I'm ignoring those warnings. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to remember what file that was. Like comprehensive. Let's see. The audio. No, it's comprehensive systems demo. Is that what it was? Try it. I need a file that will run all of my tests. I can change the color of this, right? Let's, what? I thought you could change the colors of folders. Whatever. I'm just trying to find the error, that pathing error on that. What is it's acting a little odd. Okay. Kill this. Okay. Diagnostic audio test. I thought it was something with audio. Okay. All right. Test audio. No. All right, I'm ignoring it till I hit it. So we have. Wait, is this it? No, that's just complaining about. It's like validation warnings on parameters and call and functions, I believe. Actually, this is a weird warning. Why don't I just do it like, what is this player equaling? Will I get rid of it? Okay. All right, suggest me specifics. What is this? Player type. Audio stream player. Okay. So I know there's some way that you can it's like a bulk edit. I don't know if it's bulk editing, but like you can like change, it's like you like find and replace, but there's like a hotkey for it. I think it's in Godot. Okay. Active player. Okay. If player. Yeah, this is not good. Uh, um, I guess this is. Here's a perfect issue when you let AI do it for you. Okay. All right. I don't really care about the local player damage. is declared but never used in the block. If this is intended, prefix it with an underscore. Uh, I feel like I'm getting in the weeds and I don't really care about this right now. Um, will this go straight to my warning? Unused parameter. Oh, cool. Next. Damage. Uh, Not worrying about that one. I don't know. I don't know, man. I have a feeling that I might need that name because that's possibly shared. Um, see if R works. Cool. The escape to quit is sweet, actually. Hmm. Oh shit! I didn't. Oh, I guess I got it all from main anyway. Okay. I go check out main. Get reset. Hard origin main. And then go check out bug. Audio warnings, cool. Push that. I think we're good. Bug audio warning. What is going on? Did I already push that? Okay. I got scared after that other Git issue with the filter reset. It like Git was like, if you do this, you are making a huge change with potential issues in like the history of Git, which whatever, it's fine. I'm not rolling this back. Okay. I want to make a thumbnail for YouTube, and then I'm probably going to stop coding. I don't really know. I mean, I guess we could try to figure out like next steps. Add test file for each. Oh, yeah. Ideas for features. What's this? Interested in doing something with the commander pattern, I think it's called. I haven't used that before. Seems like it's popular in this realm of coding. Third person camera option, yeah. Win buttons on the weather test team don't function. I don't care about that right now. I do think it would be cool to add more sound stuff. So we have, all right, why don't we try to add at least one more of these? I think we should try for sound effects. And then do this thumbnail, and then might be it. I'm gonna play that Dune game later. So I need, oops, I need, I think I have an audio folder here. Okay. I need short sounds. Turn this music way down. I was like a motorcycle. Broken hair dryer. Where does it show me the file size? It's relatively small, but I kind of want something just like Audi explosion. Jesus, what a long name. Yeah, that's kind of like, oh, like that. Why don't we just grab this one for now? This one's something I can hear easily. Let's copy this, bring it into project. I'm just going to call this SFX. Yeah. And then let's see here. How is rain? This will be a good learning for how rain dot wave. Come on, man. All right, let's go to no. Interesting. Okay. I guess that the audio. Let me ask Claude. Oh, yeah. Let's add. Let's also add UI for call it dialogue log. That's a big ask. I don't know if it's going to make it through the stream, honestly. I just sort of like bit off way more than I could chew, but I kind of, yeah, we're going to need dialogue. We're going to need, I don't know what dynamic sound is, but it sounds cool. So I just said yes. And then UI sounds we're going to need. So might as well scale it out to what we know we're going to need. And then just add test sounds and document it. And then we'll enhance our tests. Um, Could not record the tool results? I don't know what this is. Was that there before I started this? Okay. All right, let me see what this markdown file says. See what we just updated. Did it make a markdown file? Okay. Audio system supports. Okay, where's the file though? Did it just write the file itself? Whoa. It did. Do I have a markdown reader? I don't know if I do. What is that markdown editor? Uh, uh, let's see what we got on Reddit. Oh, markdown plugin, huh? Uh, Control Shift V. Okay. I didn't know VS Code did that. That's cool. So we got our file system, docs. Okay, so now I Control Shift V. Did not work. Oh, did it do it? Okay, I don't know. Okay, we got 6 categories. Okay. That's cool. I mean, honestly, it's like a lot. It's like staggeringly a lot because I'm realizing that audio is sort of like embedded in everything we're going to be doing. It's making my brain hurt. Let's add Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, Scorn is on sale. Steam summer sale is around the corner. Man, Scorn is 75% off. Thousand X Resist. I kind of want to play that too. It was on Humble Bundle, and the Humble Bundle the last 3 months has had. This was the only game I had any interest in. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Okay. Let's add beeps for each category that doesn't sound, and let's change the pitch and duration based on the type. So, based on the category. Category. High school category. Yeah, I thought I had it like that. Based on the category, it will be in whatever. Well, let's just do that. Short and to the point. Now I don't have to find a bunch of test sounds. That was half the battle. Yeah, I need to install Audacity. Yeah. Can I just Choco install it? Yay, I don't have to go anywhere. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm much more of an OS, like I normally coded on OS X forever, so Windows was always just like gaming. Although now Windows has changed a lot in the last couple of years, 5 years. Like now that Linux is like embedded, like can work so well inside of Windows, it's pretty powerful. Am I gonna get a permissions error on this though? Uh, yeah. Okay. I need spell that right? Audacity. Audacity. Yes. Cool. I don't know. How do I run it? Can't run it from the command line? All right, we're cool. I don't know the difference, but sure. Whoa, whoa. What was that? Sign up to Audacity's cloud saving platform to access. Huh? Oh. What? I don't want this. I wanted to watch that video. It was prompting us. I need to do OG.
With Audacity 3.6, we're thrilled to announce major new features for audiophiles that complement the release of the MuseHub version 2. MuseHub version 2 offers an extensive library of VST effects, sounds, and loops from some of the most respected audio and music companies in the world, tailored specifically for Audacity users. Over the coming weeks and months, we'll be adding more plugins, apps, and other content to the MuseHub, so check out the link in the description to find out what's available right now. So, what changes
Cool.
have we made in Audacity? Well, first, we've given it a visual facelift for both its light and dark modes. These
Cool.
visual changes are aimed at making interactions clearer while providing a more unified and appealing look and feel. Apart from that, we've also introduced two new powerful effects, a compressor and a limiter, which both work in real time. And to really take advantage of what these effects can do, we've introduced a new Master Effects channel in Audacity where you can try them out. Just click on the effects button on any track to open the effects panel, and you'll see the master channel towards the bottom. Since the master channel applies to all tracks in your project, adding the real-time compressor applies to your overall mix. This is also a great place to add dedicated mastering effects too. For example, we have a free mastering effect available from the MuseHub that you can get right now. By using these kinds of effects in the master channel, you can sculpt your overall mix in ways that just weren't possible before. Great for podcasters, voiceover artists, musicians, or anyone else looking to create highly polished output. The limiter effect is particularly useful in the master channel if you want to create music with loops, which can be dragged into your project directly from the Muse Hub. In combination with our recent musical features, Audacity is now a great option for people who like to work with music in this way. We hope you enjoy these new tools, which further expand the production capabilities of Audacity, and if you want to learn about all the new improvements we'll be adding in future versions, please subscribe to this channel.
Ah! Oh God, you scared me. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm streaming. Let me wrap up my stream. Let me wrap her up. Let me see what I got going on here. Vibe coding? Yeah, I had someone in chat come in and talk to me for my first time ever. Like a lot. And then they talked about just game development. I was like, I'm scared talking to you. No, I was like doing something and then I like had just done something that like totally fucked up and I was like trying to show him and I was like, God damn it, I just did this thing like 10 seconds ago. Hold on. Oh my God. No, I was about to wrap this up. All right, chat, I'm out of here. See ya. I'll summarize this later. Oh yeah, they can't hear you. I forgot.